My raps is like laying in the ghetto on a hammock. My metaphors is causing panic, my eyes slanted. I just booked a Chinese chick that looks Spanish, and me getting head in the car is so romantic. Top seat Indian chief, that's about his briefcase. Cash flow selling out shows over eBay. Press play, get your own risk. Watch the game evolve backwards, swallow by my
What
own
is up,
gift.
guys? Welcome
Without
to
the gun,
another
not the
episode of
stooge.
Maximilian Must Know. This is a sample shopping episode, and these, of course, are sponsored by the wonderful Decant Shop. DecantShop.com is the best place for you to get samples and decant of niche fragrances, designer fragrances, discontinued fragrances, original formulation fragrances. They're all cheaper than you can find them anywhere else online, and the shipping times are the fastest out there. New product is constantly updated, and you can get decanting supplies there as well. If you use my coupon code MAX12, you will get 12% off your entire order. None of the decanting supplies, because they're already as cheap as they can possibly sell them for, and they are made in the USA. They're the high quality vials and little atomizers. So DecantShop.com. You can also trade in fragrances there for store credit or money. So check out DecantShop.com. Use that coupon code MAX12. So today we have 4 fragrances from you, courtesy of Decant Shop. First up, one that I've had on my buy list for over a year. This one is called Red Oud by Montale. Now, I actually went to Bergdorf's to get this, and that morning I had watched videos for Intense Cafe by Montale. I saw a review that Steven did and one that Renee did, and when I got to Bergdorf's I saw that they had just gotten Intense Cafe in. They didn't have any testers of it out, but I blind bought it because of the respect that I have for those guys' noses, and I really like Intense Cafe, but I think Red Oud is the best scent from Montale. Now, I've never seen this one available for discount. If I ever do, I'll grab it right away. This one came out in 2008, and the notes on it are oud, red pepper, saffron, cumin, orris root, vetiver, sandalwood, and spices. And I have a special place in my heart for this fragrance because it's the first oud scent that I really enjoyed. It's absolutely beautiful. It smells to me sort of like a Nilla wafer or a cookie of some sort. Definitely get the red pepper and sandalwood. I would call this a gourmand. I'd say it's an oud gourmand scent. It also has just unbelievable longevity and projection. Maybe the strongest scent that I've ever come across. This motherfucker lasts and lasts and projects and projects. I've got to get this guy in my collection. Just do me a favor and get yourself a sample of this from Decant Shop, especially if you're on the fence in regard to oud fragrances. This one is as good as it gets. It's universally appealing, and it could change your mind about oud on its own. I haven't tried everything from Montale by a long shot, but for me this is about as good as Montale gets. So Red Oud first up. Next up, one from a house that I have zero experience with. This is called Musc Alize, and it's by Comptoir sous Pacifique. Now, Comptoir sous Pacifique is a French niche house that Lucky Scent carries. In New York, Pasteur Pharmacy in Midtown carries some of these as well. And Comptoir was started in the mid-1970s as a house to make high-quality, simple scents. They have 59 fragrances in their base, and most are inspired by tropical locations, and they've got a lot of gourmands. We'll be looking through 3 fragrances from them this haul, and today the one is called Musc Alize. Now, you can find 100 ml of this online for about 50 bucks, and this is a 2005 release that is classified as a feminine scent. Notes on this are jasmine at the top, a violet and ylang ylang in the middle, and amber, vanilla, and white musk in the base. This is a very nice scent, light and pleasant, sort of beachy. It's okay, not great, nothing that I'd go crazy about. First and foremost, it's a white musk scent more than anything else, with just an iota of florals and vanilla in there as well. Females might want to check this out. I think men could probably pass on this and look at some other fragrances from this house, like Vanille Coco, or Apricot Vanille, or the banana one, which was discontinued. That's pretty incredible. So this is just, for me, just an okay fragrance. Okay, next up we have one from the house of Molinard. Now, Molinard is a classic old school French house. We've looked at their patchouli scent in the past on sample shopping, which I really enjoyed, but found quite comparable to both Animal and Pure Malt by Terry Mugler. I also own Molinard Pour Homme 2, which is okay, not bad, not great. and we'll be looking at Molinard Musc later in a later episode. This one is called Molinard Amber, and Molinard Amber was a 1993 release from the house with notes of orange, lavender, bergamot, and lemon at the top, benzoin, incense, and geranium in the middle, and patchouli, musk, and vanilla in the base. Now you can find this for about 20 bucks on Amazon for 100 ml. So if this sounds interesting to you, you can get it pretty cheap. And it has a bit of an old schoolness about it. It does smell a little dated, but it's a nice sort of cheap amber. I wouldn't say this has niche quality. It smells like a designer scent, but it's a little spicy. There's some vanilla and very light resin, sort of plain in my opinion. Nothing that stands out enough to make me say, oh, you got to get your hands on this. It also doesn't perform quite that well. It's okay. If you're looking for amber and amber scent, you can do better than this one. You know, probably even for $20, but $20, it's not a bad deal. Finally, we're going to be looking at one from the House of Imaginary Authors. This one doesn't get discussed a lot in the community, and it is called Violet Disguise. Now, for me, I've reviewed Memoirs of a Trespasser, which I own, and I'm going to be buying Falling into the Sea and Mosaic very soon. But today, we're talking about Violet Disguise. You can get 2 ounces of this for $85 on the Imaginary Authors website. Josh Meyer, a friend of mine, is the parfumé on this one, and it was released in 2012. Notes on this are violet, plum, dried fruits, amber, balsam, evening air in the month of May. And you guys know that I'm a big fan of this house. I think there are multiple bottle-worthy scents in this house, including the upcoming fig scent. I think it's called Yesterday's Haze, and an oud scent that Josh is working on called Invisible Ink. I've gotten my nose on both of those. I like both of those very much. This one is one of the few from the house that just doesn't really do it for me. This and Bull's Blood, I don't really like these too much. But this one sort of has that Imaginary Author's signature DNA. You know, there's nothing about it that really stands out to me. It's a dark violet scent with some dried fruits. Most notably plum, I think, is what you'll get. It's not unpleasant, it's not bad. I just don't think it's the best foot forward from Imaginary Authors. If you're a big fan of plum and or violet, you know, give it a look. But I think you can do better with plum scents and with violet scents. So if I was ranking these, I'd definitely go Montale Red Oud number 1. 2, I think I'd go Comptoir Sur Pacifique, the Musc Alize. I'd probably go Imaginary Authors Violet Disguise 3, and number 4 I'd probably go with the Molinard. So next week I just want to let you guys know we're going to be looking at 4 fragrances. We'll be looking at one from the House of Xerjoff, another from the House of Comptoir Sur Pacifique, another one from the House of Tokyo Milk, and another one from the House of Molinard. So really good fragrances lined up for you guys. 2 more episodes from this haul from Decant Shop. Please continue to shop at decantshop.com. You guys know the address. And again, please make sure to use my coupon code, which is MAX12. That will get you 12% off your entire order. And please sign up there for updates, because there's constantly new stuff coming in. And I'm telling you, if you've never been to the website before, just look at some of the prices. They are silly. I mean, they're just, you just can't get better prices than this. And again, if I'm lying, if I'm making that up, someone check me on it and let me know, because I've never seen anything cheaper. Decantshop.com, coupon code MAX12. I'm Maximilian. I must know.
I treat the rhythm like it's origami, or I treat the rhythm like some strippers at a party. I'm smoother than the foreign coffee, bitch, get off me. Lavish in the lavish of Benz, this flow is endless. Body music.